Let's have some fun. So, I'm playing Historic Brawl, which is a format that was created for 1v1 in a commander kind of setting. And for those that don't know what commander is, it's just another different kind of format that you can play with your bunch of friends, actually. It's supposed to be like 4+ people at least. That's what you want to aim for the most fun. Generally, 4 is like the normal pod number, but anyways, that's beside the point. Today, we're playing Historic Brawl. It is a 100 card singleton format that is revolved around Alrund, God of Cosmos. Not so much Hakka. Hakka has some utility play, but generally it's just Alrund. The goal of this deck is getting Alrund on the battlefield as fast as possible and having him just swing in for lethal. That's literally it. That easy. And I've got a lot of ways to. Well, I wish there was actually more in Historic Brawl, but I've got this many ways. What is it? Seven ways to get him flipped over as quickly as possible from the Hakka side. So if you play Hakka for 2 mana and you play Essence Flux, it will exile it, flip him over, return it to the battlefield as his strong part, which is Alrund himself. And let's say we actually need to get in there for like 3 damage and just scry 2 and return to the hand, just in case we have to actually do that. Then we can do that too, but that's not the goal. The goal is to just transform him as fast as possible, and these are just multiple different ways to do it. Teferi's Time Twist is an interesting one. I have to make sure that I have to put a stop before the end of the phase because this always screws me up, because this actually makes it so it exiles and returns at the end of the turn. So, or at the beginning of the next end step. So if I don't do that in the proper time, pretty much, then I could miss out on having like some really good card advantage if I mess that up. So just something to keep note of. It also can mess with your ability to protect Alrund. So that's what I have to keep out for this specific one. But other than that, the rest of these are just gonna transform him as quickly as possible. Now on this side over here, this is just a bunch of ways to mitigate him so that way we can get in with the damage. So you have stuff like fly over the enemies, blink of an eye to get some card advantage, and return an enemy's creature to their hand, just in case they have like a death touch creature or something. Something that can get around him if he's not flying, he's actually on the ground. And it's pretty much just a bunch of all those kind of like nifty things. Displacer Kitten is actually a really powerful creature, just in general, but with this deck it's very strong because with any of the non-creature spells that I cast, it can do all kinds of things. And if I have Hakka out, it can turn him Hakka into Alrund. If I have the Exclusion Mage here, it can consistently just bounce my opponent's creatures and get like a huge card advantage and huge advantage in general. Same with Baral here. Baron. Baral is in the deck, but that's for a different reason. Just to reduce the costs of stuff. But yeah, if you use it with Baron, get like some really good value there. You can also do it with Inventive Iteration because it doesn't have to be a creature, and just like constantly bounce stuff. There's also some other like interesting little things like with the Circuit Mender here. Just gain life and draw cards when it enters and leaves. And just all around, just a really good card to keep things alive. Get some more card advantage with the Reckoner Bankbuster. Use it on the Shipwreck Dowser and get all of the instant sorceries back from the grave. Really good stuff. Now, these right here are like 2 of the really good finishers. Hullbreaker Horror, just a monster of a card. River's Rebuke, really brutal in this format. Just, you don't want that to happen to you. Other than that, the rest of it is just simple control. The goal is to get Alrund out, play it safe, keep him on the battlefield, and then control and just swing in with him for lethal damage. That's our goal. That's the plan. Let's try to do it. Let's have fun. Okay, so we're here, and this is our opening hand. It's not the best. Luckily, in Brawl, we actually get a free mulligan. I'm definitely going to do that because we have... Yeah, we have nothing here. Let's get a free mulligan. This isn't a good one. This one can probably work a lot better. We have 2 land. We have a Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder will help get us some cards when either me or the opponent gets some stuff going on. I can... Yeah, we'll have to keep this one. I think we can work with this one. And if worse comes to worse, we can just bring out Hakka. Yeah, let's keep this hand. Alright, drop a land. I'm also gonna have some background piano music playing because I like it a lot. Piano music's actually like some of my favorite. I very much enjoyed it. It's nice and calming, and I actually found this YouTuber that plays some really good stuff. I'm gonna put a link of their profile in my description, but if you like piano music and just relaxing and just playing some Magic, then this is gonna be good. You're gonna enjoy it here. So I'm gonna try to say all my thought processes out loud. Let's see what the opponent does here. Actually, I don't even know what the opponent's commander is. Let's see. Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than this, you may copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. That's pretty cool. 2 mana. 2/1 with flying, so you just play this. So you want to make auras because this is targeted with a spell. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's play Otawara. And we can either save up for Divide by 0, return our own Ledger Shredder back to our hand so we can get the card advantage back. We can Thirst for Discovery as an instant. Or we can just play Circuit Mender and put some pressure on the opponent. And just, if it ends up leaving for whatever reason, just draw a card off that. We could also drop Hakka on the battlefield, but I don't think we want to do that. Let's just go with the Circuit Mender. And let's just hit our opponent for 1 damage. What you doing there, Ivy? It's actually a really cool card. I'm not familiar with any of the Dominaria cards, which is the new set. So, if there's anything new, it's probably not in this deck. I mean, I think I saw like 1 card and I put it in this deck. It like draws you a card each turn, but if you choose to draw the card, your mana cost. Oh, no, sorry, no. The cards you play this turn cost more mana. Alright, so we have Grazlix. This is actually really good for the Ledger Shredder and the Circuit Mender, because if they block it, we can choose to return to our hand and get advantage. Circuit Mender getting us to draw a card, and we can fix our legitimate business person. I think we're gonna do that. We can probably attack with both. Let's see what this does, actually. When it enters, let me put a land from your hand on the battlefield tapped. Okay, so they ramped. They're gonna try to play stuff. We're gonna get some card advantage here by drawing a card because of the Grazlix. So let's do that. We have to try to hit our land drops. The opponent's most likely not going to block here. We're going to get free damage in. Yeah, there's no reason to. They don't want to trade these. We didn't get a land, which kind of sucks. I believe there's 38, 39 land in the deck, and I really don't like missing land drops, so that's not good. We have to make sure to catch up with the opponent, especially if they end up continuously mana ramping like they are. Oh, that's really cool. You get to mutate that onto that now, because mutate's also a target. What? Why did it turn into like a weird looking token? Which one's the commander? Oh, okay, this one's the commander because it creates a token that's a copy. Got it. Got it. Okay, we're going to try to hit our land drop here. So we're going to attack with both of these. So one of two things is going to happen. Either it blocks the legitimate business person, and we return a Ledger Shredder to our hand, or it blocks a Circuit Mender, and we return that to our hand and draw a card. So let's do that. Let's take that action. And then we get to draw a card anyway when this does damage. Hopefully we get a land. Deck, what are you doing to me? Stop. We're 15 cards in with 39 land. 39, 38, something like that, including the modal face cards. I guess we're gonna have to just end and discard 2 cards. That's really just crappy. The good news is we do have River's Rebuke for the late game, and that'll help just skyrocket us back to where we need to be. So let's just end the turn. I think we're gonna have to get rid of Discontinuity because that's too slow, along with Alrund's Epiphany. They're very good cards that can help us greatly in the future, but if we don't get the lands, we can't even get there. So we have to keep mana open for the rest of our cards that we can actually play. Alright, Ivy, what else you got? We have a Divide by 0 to get rid of the commander that's attacking. May also attack with the Glowstone Recluse. We'll see. Spark Double. We can return the commander to the hand right now. Or we can probably just counter it. Let's see. Counter the Spark Double, which is going to become a copy of the commander. Which means he'll get to double copy whenever he targets the stuff. We can also just disdainfully stroke it, which is probably better because we don't know when we'll be able to target another 4-drop. Let's do that instead. We'll take the 4 here. If they attack with both, that's fine also. It does put us in a not-so-fun position, but I think the opponent's only going to attack with 1, based on how they've been playing. They need to be more aggressive, which they didn't attack at all. Well, gotta land. So here's a really cool thing right here. Now, earlier in the video, I remember I mentioned there's some interaction with Flying Hakka, and this is actually one of them right here. This is a 2-mana counterspell that counters unless it pay 4. So that's going to come in handy. I think we play Hakka this turn, and we keep mana open for that. What else we can do is attack with the Ledger Shredder, and just play that after it blocks, after it becomes blocked. So we can get our flying and do it anyway like that. I think I like that better because it turns back on the Ledger Shredder. Let's do that. Either that happens, or it does damage to we draw a card anyway because of Grazlax. There it is. Take it. Alright, let's go with Hakka. Yeah, let's go the Hakka counter. Okay. So is this a target? Hold on. Whenever a player casts a spell, targets only a single card. So it doesn't have to resolve, it just has to target it, which is kind of fluffed, because that means that even if I do counter whatever they target it with... Ooh. Likey. Alright. Copy that spell. The target copies Ivy. So you're making a copy of this. So let's resolve that one, but counter the copy. There we go. Because we don't want them to have an additional commander that's going to get targeted multiple times. You can have another 1/1 frog thing. Yeah, that's fine. We're also getting closer to the River's Rebuke, which is really good. So they're doing an attack. Let's take it. The good news is we do have mana for the River's Rebuke. The bad news is that we don't have much else going for us after that. We can't attack. We could Thirst for Discovery, fish for another land, and then ditch this one if we get another one. That draws us 3 cards. We could hold open mana for Divide by 0, which is really good. And we can just sit here and defend. We could probably just attack with the legitimate business person again. Let's do that. Because, once again, same effect. We either just play it again, or we draw a card. Okay. So we ended up getting the other land. I think I want to keep mana open for the Divide by 0. Yeah. And depending on what they do, maybe we let them copy their permanents with the commander, so that way we could just return them all back to the hand anyway with the River's Rebuke. Get some extra value out of it, while keeping the Divide by 0. Maybe I like that more. Maybe I actually don't care if they attack. And we take the damage next turn. So maybe we would do the Thirst for Discovery anyway. We could gain life off the Circuit Mender and get that going also. Maybe get this out for some extra card advantage in the future, and tap stuff. But his commander is flying, and if the one that's always attacking. Let's keep mana open for the Thirst and end turn. We'll pass here. What do you do, opponent? What are you gonna do? sorcery. If they get a land and they do this again, that means that... I hope they draw a land and do this, because we can let that happen, and we can just return it all back to their hand, and that pretty much just wastes their turn. And we still don't have to worry about the 4 damage here. Okay, so they're gonna make it fly. Maybe we thirst for discovery here. They don't have any blue open, they have green open. Do we care about this? We get to draw 2 cards when it enters. That's really good. But we're gonna River's Rebuke anyway, so... yeah, let's just let it happen. Yeah. Just resolve it. You can draw your 2 cards, get your flying. If we take 8 damage, it's fine. The opponent has found their 5th land. Pass to attackers. Swing at me. Will you do both? The opponent is finally deciding to be aggressive. I like it. Let's thirst here. So they have interaction now. So we have Raven form. Ooh, that's actually really good. We can actually exile something instead. Let's see. What is the best possible? I think the best possible is just taking the damage here. The opponent's playing a green-blue, seemingly to just have stuff that targets, so I don't think we have to worry about too much in terms of direct damage now, or like a pump spell. Actually, a pump spell they might actually run. So maybe we just Raven's form and then divide by 0 the commander? I think I like that. Let's tap here, let's do that. Let's exile this and make you have a 1/1. Yes, you can choose to target your commander with it. I'm okay with that. You won't do it, but you can choose to. The correct answer is no. Ooh, slipping out the back. You don't want that to happen, huh? Let's see. Do we just let it happen, though? I think we do. Yeah, let it happen. There's no way around that. They're probably gonna do it to the commander also? Yeah. That's okay. Okay, so it's good to know that they have, like, protection type effects. I forgot that green has that I haven't played in a while. Gosh. What's going on with this card here? Why is that there? Wait, what is this? So you're gonna block there and try to pump? Decline. Pretty good. So they both have flying. Yeah. I was thinking maybe we play the Circuit Mender, but I don't think that's necessary. I think Divisions here is going to be too slow, but it also could be really useful if we can get a Flicker effect on Hakka. So we can immediately transform him into Alrund and really gain some advantage here. I think this circle is actually going to be ineffective here because they have flying anyway. If I make that go away, maybe if they cast something, this goes away. It's a weird bug. Okay. So first we divide by 0, and we do it on the other creature other than the commander, because the commander requires them to cast it on a different creature. So if they only have their commander, they don't get double the effects of what it is they're trying to cast. So we always want to get rid of the other creature, not the commander. If they play this right here, that would be fantastic. Ooh, they do a Saw's whatever, Demolisher. Doesn't that, like, what does this do? Can I see it? How do I see it? There we go. A non-creature permanent. So it wants to target my land, but then I get creatures. I think I'm actually okay with that. I think I'm okay with one of them resolving. Don't want both to. Let's get rid of the original one. You can keep the commander. You are going to be able to get the Sawsbuck Demolisher on the battlefield, which is okay. We do want to do the lesson here. I think we're going to get rid of this guy. That's really good. This will get rid of both his creatures. Ooh, that's a big beast. Get rid of this witness protection. It's fine. Let's do it. My Otawara. Oh, this guy's trample, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot about that. We have to block here. Goodbye, Hakka. Yeah, we can move it to the command zone. I think that'll be helpful. The good news is we get to bounce both the creatures here. He's probably going to play this thing. If he does, it's really good for us. Because then we know that he doesn't have anything that can protect his creatures. This thing is still here. Why is this card not going away? Alright, so we don't care about the Kami of Bamboo. What we do want to do is get rid of his 2 blockers. So let's do that. Right, auto tapper's great. Didn't get rid of this one. It's fine, we have the keep safe. We want to attack with the Ledger Shredder and this guy. Let's keep this for blocking. We end up getting another land, which is good. We have the keep safe to keep our blocker alive. Just in case they have something. Oh wait, they do. They can just mutate. Let's see if they figure out the line of path. They're gonna win here. You're gonna throw opponent? The opponent is throwing. They're missing lethal. The opponent missed lethal. It's unfortunate. Now, we're probably gonna win because we can River's Rebuke this time. That's gonna return everything that they're doing back to their hand and they can't attack with the 1/1. I think that was another mistake on their end. They should have definitely done that. So we have 7. We can't do anything with 1 mana after the River's Rebuke, so I think we actually let this one go through so we can actually put a counter on something. Let's do that. Go away. Put a counter onto the... He's gonna turn us into a legitimate business person, so let's do this guy. Offer you cannot refuse. So, we have the inventive iteration, which can get rid of 1 blocker he plays. He has to play a bunch of blockers. So we'll see what he does, one of which has to be flying. And if one of them is going to be the commander, which is going to be really good, then he'll be forced to block with the Ledger Shredder. No, he won't be. He won't have to. Nice, we get to connive here. Probably turn these lands into real cards, right? We have the adversary, that's really good. That pretty much seals the deal for the opponent. Let's get rid of keep safe, we don't need that. Good job, Spectral Adversary. Spectral Adversary. What else you got? You have to destroy the creatures now. Really good. Doesn't quite get the job done, but it is good. Alright. The line looks like it's just... use it for 2. Keep mana open for an offer you can't refuse to block whatever it is he tries to do to defend these with the 1 green mana, or 1 blue. So let's just go with the adversary. Auto pay. Auto pay. Decline. Phase his 2 creatures out. And attack. There we go. Didn't get Alrund out. Didn't need it. Yay! Okay. We are back with another game. This hand doesn't look so bad. We have three lands in the opening. We have Siren's Ruse to get out Alrund really quickly, and we also have Displacer Kitten. So this could actually be really good. We have some Into the Row for some early game effects. We're also on the play, which means we get the mana advantage, which is really good. Who are we fighting? Caddy Bree of Mithril Hall. What do you do? First strike reach. Whenever this thing attacks, put a counter on it for each equipment attached to it. Remove all 1 counters from it, deal X damage to a target attacking or blocking creature and opponent controls. Okay. Could be interesting. Sounds dangerous. So I wonder if that means that they're a, whoa. That's crazy. That kind of scared me. Let's keep this hand. Let's do it. Alright, we're potentially fighting a Voltron deck, which we're probably going to win versus, because we have so much removal in terms of, like, just keeping it off the battlefield. The most problematic part is if they give it some kind of shroud. I don't think the opponent's going to get rid of my Hakka in the colors and the deck that they're playing, so I think it's safe to play Hakka here. And then next turn, at the end of their turn, we can actually Siren's Ruse to return Hakka back to the battlefield as Alrund. The opponent's looking at it, so maybe they actually do have something. No, it's Caddy Bree. You have Reach though, right? You do have Reach. Okay. I think we just play Land Pass. Yeah, we keep mana open for the Divide by 0 on the Caddy Bree. Or, that's only if, like, something crazy happens. We probably don't really care about it. Otherwise, we just transform into Alrund. So, we'll say go. Alright, opponent, what are you doing here? You're gonna make it a 3/3 by attaching the Shadow Spear. It's gonna attack, become a 4/4 because of its effect. And we're okay with taking 4 damage here. Or, we block it because the Siren is going to exile it anyway and stop us from taking damage, because it... No. Shadow Spear gives it trample, so that really doesn't do anything there. Another thing we can do... No, because... Yeah, I was going to say, another thing we can do is Into the Roil it right now, so he uses mana for this turn, we don't take the damage. But, if we do that, we can't attack with Alrund next turn, and I want to get the big damage in, so let's just let it happen. Because they're going to gain life off this attack anyway, so I want to keep them nice and low. I don't care about your Bronze Sword. Okay. Hit me. And then we can just bounce this and get out of the way in the future with the Into the Roil or the Divide by 0. So I'm not worried about this thing at all. We'll take the 4 damage here. They will gain 4 life. Ouchie. And let's Siren Ruse. Heck yeah! Alright, so one thing to always remember, that when you're playing with this guy, you always want to play your lands on main phase 2 when he's on the battlefield, because you're going to reduce his power if you do that. So let's get the 7 damage in right now. There we go, nice and beautiful. Now we will play the island, and we have mana open for the Into the Roil with the kicker cost, so we can actually draw a card off of it. I think that's what we want to do here. So we'll end turn, and we are going to call for land off of his effect, so that way we can make sure to hit the future land drops. Okay. Oh, we should have chose instant. We would have had a Fading Hope and a negate. Yeah, so with this guy's effect, with this specific deck, you only pretty much want to pick instant or land. Everything else doesn't really matter. Oh, they got the hexproof card that they were looking for. Too bad for them. I've got the Into the Royal right here and ready. Get your creature out of here. Alright, so once again, we're not going to play the land. We're just going to swing for 8, get big damage in. Point of the deck's coming through. We're going to play the island, and we're going to play Brawl here to reduce the cost of our instant sorceries. We're going to keep the Divide by 0 open after that for the Caddy Bree. Probably wait until he tries to equip the Mirror Shield to it, so we can maintain control by using all of his mana. Because right now he can play the Caddy Bree and equip the Mirror Shield. I want to wait until he tries to equip the Mirror Shield first. The only problem with that is that if he has another green mana, and then another card that's instantaneous hexproof, then it's a complete blowout on our end, because it's going to be much harder to get rid of the commander here. Although, I think we're going to be okay in the long run regardless, because we're going to be attacking with Alrund. They're going to die in 2 more swings here. So, let's just play the Brawl and end turn. This time we're going to pick instant since we have 2 lands in hand. There we go. Ooh, and we get the Essence Scatter for the commander in Caddy Bree. It's really good. We can probably just play that easily and still have mana open for the Divide by 0. I don't like that, so that's not going to happen. We're going to get rid of this Bonder's Enclave also. Turn it into an actual blue mana source. The problem with this is that it doesn't save us for very long. We have to get another counterspell that actually can stop that for the next turn. So let's get rid of that and try to reach that. We do get a counterspell, but it's not the one that we're looking for, so let's get our 8 damage in, bring them down to 6. I think we just keep everything open here. We're going to choose instant again because we're looking, like I said, for a counterspell that can stop this from happening. Otherwise, it's just going to make our stuff cost more mana. It's going to be really annoying, especially for Alrund. The good part about it is that we do have the Displacer Kitten, so we can play it for the Hakka side for a cheaper cost, and then just play a Wizard's class and flicker it back into Alrund. Oh wait, this actually doesn't even get rid of Alrund. Exile all artifacts, creatures, mana value 3 or less. Oh. Never mind. We're fine. Maybe we play Displacer Kitten so we can keep one of these guys alive. Of the Draw Disruption or the Essence Scatter. Or we can just play this and draw 2 cards. I think it's safe to do that. Let's do that. Scry 2, draw 2. These are 2 really good creatures versus the opponent here. Let's get rid of... I guess Exclusion Mage is just a worse burn. Do that. Draw 2. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we have this in the bag versus the opponent. I don't think we really have to worry about anything. I'm going to hold off on playing this because they probably plan on playing that again. It's just going to make this cost more mana. Let's get lands this time. I think we're safe. Here we go. Now we have to drop a card. Let's just get rid of one of these lands. Okay. I don't think the opponent knows that it doesn't get rid of Alrund. There it is. They didn't know. Okay. I kind of like this hand. I get to go first again. We're getting really lucky here, being on the play all these times. First of Lock Thwain. Yeah, it's definitely how you say that. Whenever this or another black creature enters under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Tap it, sack another black creature, draw a card. Okay. The opponent's playing black here. Black kind of sucks for us because we have to protect Alrund a bit stronger here now. I think we keep the hand. I don't know if we want to play Jwari on as our land. It's interesting here, but we do have to plan our incision to get Alrund out really quickly. So we have a choice here. We can get Alrund out quickly, or keep mana open for the disruption for the commander. I think we keep mana open for the disruption, but it really also just comes down to whether or not we draw another land early on. So let's keep this. We'll try it out. We'll see if it's a mistake or not. We're on the play, so we get the advantage there in being able to counter the commander if they go for it on turn 3. Okay, we drew another land. Perfect. That being said, I think we actually get Hakka out here and force him to have removal. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. We definitely want to play a land here. Now I'm trying to decide if we plan our incision. I don't think we do. I think we keep mana open for the disruption. We could also play the Circuit Mender. That'll be very useful versus this creature right here. Having multiple creatures is going to be good for that. Especially one that gives us a benefit if it dies. The problem is that they probably have a lot of creatures. We do have River's Rebuke for the endgame. I think we keep mana open for this anyway. They probably skip out or play around a Jwari, or a counterspell in general. I think we hold here. One of the things to always remember is that when you're playing a blue deck, you gotta be patient. It's all about patience. Yeah, see? Like, this right here is like such good synergy for the deck. It gives them really good card advantage. So I think it's actually best to counter this creature right here. That easy sometimes, guys. That easy. Okay. 3 lands, Essence Scatter. Let's see. What are we fighting here? Rada, Heart of Keld. 3/3 with First Strike. If it's your turn. Look at the top card of your library. Anytime you may play lands off the top. Pay 6 mana. Creatures... No. Rada gets +X/+X, or X number of lands you control. Okay. Opponent goes first. So they have a turn 3 play in their commander. We have a turn 2 in Essence Scatter, so we definitely want to keep that open for the commander. Get that out of here. Mainly because it gives them card advantage, because they can play lands off the top of their deck, which is kind of like drawing a card, and it also keeps the other land that's in your hand already still in your hand, which keeps your hand fueled. So we want to make sure the commander stays a bit more taxed there. I think we can keep this hand. I'm not sure what else they want to do outside of like buffing this creature, so we'll figure it out as the game goes along. In terms of getting Alrund out really quickly, we can't really do that. So we're gonna have to play the long game here with this hand. We do have a Thirst for Discovery to get some more answers. We are on the draw this time, so we get to get an answer hopefully for something, or just get more land. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Let's keep it. The book. Plant and a book. Do get a mystical archaeologist? Archaeologist, yeah. I can read. I can totally read. Let's drop a land here and just pass turn. We could play one of these two, but of course we don't want to do that. We want to Essence Scatter this commander. There it is. So now I'm trying to think what it is that we do. Okay, so we do draw land. We definitely want to play land. Maybe we Thirst for Discovery, draw to ditch a land, because we want to stay high on cards, give us like as many options as we can possibly go for. I think that's what we're going to honestly do here. We're just going to pass. We can get a Displacer Kitten going with the Circuit Mender. That's going to be really good. The opponent has decided to win. Questing Beast. Oh no. This guy is a monster. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, deals damage, can be prevented. Yeah, this guy's a straight up monster. problem with this is that we actually have nothing we can do versus it. It hit me in the face. I'm so sorry, Hydra Dad. Ah! Alright, let's see what we can get. We do get a land here. We get the Gadwick, which is going to be really good versus this Questing Beast, actually. The question is, do we play Gadwick, or do we play Baron and just bounce it back to his hand so it takes another turn of his? Gadwick is really good because it allows us to tap down his Questing Beast there. Another thing we can do is just play Alrund with the Teferi's Time Twister. Or sorry, Hakka with the Teferi's Time Twist. I think I like that. Does this guy have Death Touch? Oh my god, it does have Death Touch. Such a problem. Maybe we do that because it allows us to search for more land. The problem with that is that we won't be able to get the land this turn. It'll have to be next turn. I think I like that. We're gonna have to take the Questing Beast damage again and give them a turn to play something else here. But we need to get more answers quickly, so we're gonna pass turn on that. We're gonna put a stop right here on their second main phase. So that way we can make sure to get this off before their end phase. So that way we can actually get the guy in. Playing a Frostbite. Doing it right now, which is good. Decline. We don't want to put him back in a command zone, because if we do that, it won't come back to the battlefield as Alrund. We can take the stop off now. We just let the opponent have fun here and hurt us really bad. There's nothing we can do about it. Ah! Questing Beast Daddy, stop it. Stop hitting me. Scavenging Ooze is not the worst. Not really something that we have to worry too much about. Questing Beast is annoying because it has the Death Touch there, which is going to mitigate us from attacking with the Alrund. We didn't get a land, which is what I was afraid of. The good news is that we can play Baron into the Questing Beast, return it to his hand, and that'll probably take up his next turn while he attacks with it. And then we can attack safely with Alrund for 8 damage and try to play a fight game with the opponent. And then we can use Alrund's end step effect to try to hope to get a land, which we probably will. Another thing we can do is play the Spectral Adversary on this guy on his turn and phase it out. But I think I want to save that for a finisher. I think we go in with the Baron onto the Questing Beast. So that way Alrund can attack safely. Right now Alrund can't because this thing has Death Touch. We also can't block with it when he plays it next turn because this thing's power is 2 and the Questing Beast is just a beast for all intents and purposes in every way and shape of the word. Let's go in with Alrund. Don't have something that says green mana, Death Touch a creature. Don't do that. Nice. Give me land, please. Thank you. What do we limit this out on? Enchantment creature? It's fine. Ooh, the enchantment would have been really good versus Questing Beast, but it's okay because we do still have Gadwick. Opponent's gonna attack us for 6 here, I think. Only 4, which is okay. This Questing Beast is just so ouchy. My goodness. Okay, so we can play Gadwick here, and then we can play another blue spell in the Archaeologist. I don't know if we want to do that, though. Circuit Mender can't block its powers too. This is based off power, right? Yeah. I think we just play the Gadwick and actually hold. Maybe they play an instant or sorcery, you can copy it. Otherwise, we just play the Spectral Adversary. No, we don't want to do that either. We want to keep that for the finisher, like I had mentioned. I think we have to get the Gadwick out and forfeit a turn of attacking with the Alrund here. We're not going to pay anything into the additional, because we need the 2 mana open. So that way we can stop the Questing Beast from attacking. Or maybe we don't even care if the Questing Beast attacks, actually. Because we have enough life here. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's tap this down. What am I thinking? Let's just go in. Yeah, sacrifice your ooze. let's get more land. We want to keep hitting our land drops here. Okay, I think we're good on land now, for sure. Ooh, that's sushi. No! That's Death Touch. Ah, we should have kept mine open for the Narcissus reversal after all. Take action? Yeah. No, we're gonna take the 5 here. We do get the planar incision, which is really cool, because we can get Alrund right back out now. Let's see. Get Hakka out here. Let's tap down the Sushi. Get out of here, Sushi. Yeah. So now we're going to keep mana open for the planar incision so we can use it on Hakka. That'll also tap down the questing beast or the Atsushi. We're going to have to hold here. Next turn we get the Alrund out. Will be good, I think. Because then we can discontinuity on his next turn. See what the opponent does. I hope they play Radha. That'd be... That's really scary. But it's okay, I think. I don't think we have to worry about the opponent's board state anymore, based on ours. So let's resolve that. Alright, so we want to do this before attackers. So we will use it on you. We will tap you. We still can't block the 4 flying. Ouch. We get a Fading Hope. That's so good. We still can't attack, though. I mean, actually, we can. We have the Fading Hope. So if we play this land, so that brings us to 5, 6, 7. We're gonna need it anyway. Although I just misplayed because now I got 1 less power here. See what I mean? Gotta play the land afterwards with Alrund. Alright, so we have enough to do Fading Hope Discontinuity on right now. So if we Fading Hope, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage on board. And I think it's safe to do that with the Discontinuity. So we're gonna do that. Get out of here, Galta. Tap down you. You already tapped, so it doesn't matter. Yes. Let's go in. Let's put a stop at their upkeep. End turn. Let's get instant. Got none. Let's end their turn. Tap down the questing beast. Resolve. Resolve. And now we go. Now we can just swing all out. I think the safe thing here is the Spectral Adversary. So let's do that. First we'll do this. Tap you down. There it is. Easy peasy. Let's see this hand right here. Seeing some new cards here. Opponent goes first, which means we are on the draw. They're playing Asika, God of the Tree, which is probably actually just a Prismatic Bridge. That being said, I think this is actually a keepable hand still, because they have to get 5 mana to get that out. And if we can do that and maintain control on the battlefield with an early Alrund because of the Planar Incision, I think we're going to be pretty set in stone. So I'm going to keep this hand. We're going to play turn 1 Fable, get this out of the hand, search for a actual island. The opponent has decided to mulligan. Will they do it again? What we really have to hope on is that we do get another land. We're definitely going to need that land. Triumph. Okay. Or whatever. Assuming Tide. Didn't get a land. Alright, let's thin the deck out a little bit. And of course, gotta get the most prettiest land out there. Let's see. Alright, I apologize. This is very important. Gotta make sure to get the beautiful land out. I like this one. Those with the theme of the music going on right now. Okay, so we're not doing too great on the land so far. Which is okay, which is okay. I think it's safe to play Hakka here. Like I said, we have to get it out as fast as possible. And I think we're probably gonna have to... Ooh, okay, this is really good. Thank you, land. Now, the real question is whether or not we do it on our turn so we can get the immediate use of it. I think that's the wrong choice, though. I think we want to protect it just in case he tries to destroy it somehow. We do have the Depart the Realm for the Prismatic Bridge also to bounce it to his hand to waste a turn. For at least one time until we can get actual Alrund out. So let's pass here and maintain protection for Hakka. This cat deer thing, it's like half panther? No, not panther, jaguar. Like a winter jaguar, but also half deer since it has antlers. But also just a house cat. Opponent! What are you doing? There we go. Let's do this, Hakka. The opponent has decided... Oh, wait, no! Oh, wait, no, this isn't the other one. Whew, my heart. If the opponent has a removal spell here, it's a complete blowout. But let's also make them have it. Don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. Let me keep my Alrund. Yes. Don't. Yes. We don't get to keep the, we don't get land. We don't get to keep on the pressure there. Exile target artifact or creature. If they target it now, we have keep safe. Keep it safe. Maybe we'll draw into a lane. Never mind. We don't need to. Alrund's too strong, guys. They know that all I have to do is just bounce their stuff or counter it. What they don't know is that I might have been a little hurt in the mana department and the removal department. But we don't mention that. We just clap at our victories. We have the happy music to go with it, don't we? Alright, guys. We went 5-0. It's pretty good. I like this deck. I made it with a friend of mine, and they're a very special friend of mine, so we can thank them. Anyways, take care, be well, and stay happy and healthy. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.